When Mahindra & Mahindra invited us to drive their SUVs at their off-roading academy in Igatpuri, at an event organized by Autocar India specially for women called Women with Drive, we graciously accepted the invitation and went. On D-Day, the president of Mahindra & Mahindra Limited's automotive division, Vijay Nakra, along with their executive vice president and chief design officer, Pratap Bose, welcomed all the participants of Women with Drive warmly. Soon after, Autocar India's executive editor, video, Renuka Kriplani, briefed all the participants about the route, the roads, and the rides. It was now time to go downstairs and check out Mahindra & Mahindra's SUVs. But not before posing for the shutterbugs first. Parked downstairs in the hotel's parking area were two of Mahindra's hottest selling models, the robust Thar and the ultra-sophisticated XUV700. And so, after some more primping, preening and posing with these handsome SUVs, it was finally time to say, let's get lost. We're off to Igatpuri and I'm driving the Mahindra Thar with the soft top, and I'm really excited about getting and experiencing some off-roading activities that Mahindra lined up for us in Igatpuri. See you there. A cavalcade of Mahindra's SUVs headed to Mahindra's 28-acre playground in Igatpuri. And while the excitement of all the action that lay ahead was making driving in a straight line quite a task for some of us, Renuka, who was driving in the last SUV of the cavalcade, had everything under control.
Okay, all cars stay left, we'll be going on to the service road that's coming up ahead, stay left.
Halting for a short tea break, soon we were on the road again, stopping only once en route for some more photographs. Driving through some more scenic locations, soon we arrived at our destination, which was Mahindra's Off-Roading Academy in Igatpuri. Here, we were divided into batches to experience the thrill of off-roading on their different trails. The Thars were lined up and the stage was set for all the off-roading activities for the day. And a lot of that involved driving both the Mahindra Thar as well as the XUV700 through mud and slush, sometimes even over rocks, and every other conceivable obstacle that you may encounter when you go off-roading in the real world. Except that here, at the Mahindra Off-Roading Academy, everything was happening in a controlled environment, with the Mahindra team and the Autocar team ensuring that all the participants got a real taste of all the off-roading activities in its true sense. Soon enough, it was our turn. And after some pointers from the instructors at Mahindra Adventure, it was time to check out the Thar's off-roading capabilities.
Thoda left clear. Keep going. Keep going.
A slight tap on the throttle and the Thar was all game. The way it lunged forward on that uneven terrain was something that we're not going to forget in a hurry. Next, it was time to get onto some gnarly tracks which consisted of a few mud puddles and dirt roads. And again, with Mahindra Adventure Team's instructors giving us clear instructions, we were able to maneuver our Thar just as instructed, thereby experiencing firsthand this off-roader's brilliant capabilities.
Roll your glasses down. Taking your keeping down. There, same center hit every day. Left facing to the left knee, right facing to the right. अब जहाँ पर दिख रहा है मतलब ऊपर बैक साइड कॉलम स्टार्ट करके very very careful. Otherwise it will fall. Yeah. Go, go, go. Left out, left out. Left. Catch it. Perfect. Go for it. Yeah, easy does it.
And while it looked like this on the outside, inside was a different story altogether. But we managed rather well.
This side, no problem. Left out, left out, left. Gas it until you feel a jerk. Then stop. Yes, stop. Go for it. Yeah, easy does it.
The next challenge involved negotiating a slope. And while it looked like child's play from the outside, inside it was all about putting to test your adroitness in the clutch and brake departments, which, needless to say, had to be in sync, lest you fancied hurtling down onto the railway tracks yonder. The rest of the day was spent doing this, and this. Meanwhile, the rest of the participants seemed to be having a blast, thanks to Mahindra Adventure and Autocar India's teams, which were hard at work ensuring that every participant experienced everything that the tracks had to offer. And while the rest was still busy having a blast, we returned after finishing our Thar adventures, all ready to experience the XUV700's versatility.
We're just getting to the obstacle which we created to display the prowess of the all-wheel drive XUV700. It's essentially a hill climb and a descent, which includes articulation section, which I'll explain once we get there. We'll also be experiencing the diff lock, which can be engaged with a button here next to the steering wheel of the dash, and the hill descent control.
More instructions followed while driving the XUV700, which was a completely different beast as compared to the Thar.
Now make a left. Brake, brake. Brake, 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 brake. Left.
Meanwhile, we managed one more round of the course in the Thar and returned just in time to catch the beautiful evening light.
Yay, we have done it!
From the SUVs looking all shiny and new in the morning when we had set out for Igatpuri, to now when they were splattered with mud and slush, they sure were telling the stories of our long day's adventures. Back at the center, it was time for a quick vote of thanks from Renuka and Neha.
So big thanks to Rishi and posting all your pictures. Thank you so much to this entire team. I don't think today would have been possible without the contribution of each person standing here and all of you. So a big round of applause to the entire team.
And with that, it was time to pack our bags and head back to Mumbai. But not before a photo shoot.
Women can drive, hip hip, hooray! Hip hip, hooray! Hip hip, hooray!
Finally, we slid behind the wheels of our respective SUVs and commenced our drive back to Mumbai, exhausted by the day's heat and dust, but with a rejuvenated spirit that had already begun thirsting for the next 4x4 adventure.